As the night was growing on the city of Gotham, a group of assassins were planning an attack on the Powers industrial chemical plant. Barbara Gordon, the Batgirl, is on tour in the plant to gather research material for her assignment. Suddenly, out of nowhere, the scientists are attacked with throwing stars and Barbara defends all the melee attacks herself. In comes a smoke bomb, and all the assassins are taken down by another mysterious group of fighters who escape with the main generator. Batgirl informs the whole incident to the Dark Knight, and he is definitely not happy. Later, Bruce Wayne is investigating the whole break-in attack at the laboratory, and Alfred brings him hot coffee in a Superman mug. Well, that's unexpected, right? Anyway, he suspects they are monstrous creatures, skilled in ancient ninjutsu. From an underground tunnel emerge the Ninja Turtles. As they watch the local news, they plan their next mission, the Wayne Enterprises. Surprisingly, seems like Batman wants them to break into his labs, and he gets ready to head into the night, and so do the Ninja Turtles. On a nearby rooftop, Penguin is addressing a group of mercenaries leading the break-in at Wayne Enterprises. But they are attacked by an invisible force. Meanwhile, at the same time, group of assassins invade the high-functioning Wayne labs only to be met with a full-blown projected lab where Batman has set them up for a good battle, all the assassins against the Dark Knight. Penguin and co. are being beaten by 4 large, mutated turtle fighters who actually speak smart and fight incredibly good. They are able to defeat the mercenaries, and soon, Penguin starts shooting heavy bullets with his gunbrella, according to Michelangelo, the most fun-loving fighter of them all. He gets even more impressed with Penguin when the little guy threatens with a sword in the umbrella and flies off with the umbrella contraption. Just pure awesome. At the Wayne Enterprises, Batman is taking on the entire ninja army all by himself, and he is actually doing well against them. He is able to defeat all of them at the end, and he tries to get answers from the last assassin, but the assassin is killed by a flying shuriken thrown by the Shredder, who is monitoring the attack from a high-rise window. Batman tries to hold him with his grapple, but the Shredder cuts it off easily and jumps to battle the Dark Knight. At first, Batman finds it difficult to fend off Shredder's attacks since he is skilled with ninjutsu, and the armor is able to cut through his batarangs. But slowly, he identifies Shredder's weak points, and this time, Shredder is surprised with the fighting skills of the Dark Knight. However, they both fall exhausted after a melee of attacks, and the Batman jumps for one final blow. But Shredder summons his ninja spirits and delivers a killer blow to the Batman, which hurls him away onto the metal machines. Shredder leaves him bloodied and with a final warning. That really was a nasty blow. The Ninja Turtles are tying up the mercenaries. Raphael and Leonardo argue about Penguin and the clan messing up their hunting time on Shredder. They throw the criminals into a dumpster, and soon, Michelangelo sees the Batmobile, and they all fall in love with it. Here comes Batman. Neither party have no idea who each other are and goes into the fighting mode soon. The Turtles find it impossible to land a single blow on Batman, and all of them get beat one after the other, especially Michelangelo, who gets beat several times. The Turtles disappear into the sewers, leaving Batman with questions. Shredder heads back to his hideout in Gotham, where he threatens his project scientist, Baxter Stockman, to speed up the process. However, he is then paid a visit by his new partner, Ra's al Ghul, and his League of Assassins. They demand answers, and Shredder gives him the latest mutant formula, which they intend to use on the citizens of Gotham. Meanwhile, watching this unfolding from a secret corner of the building is Robin. Just like Batman, the Ninja Turtles are using the power of technology and information to figure things out. While Michelangelo is having fun comparing cool and uncool things about Batman, the Turtles look him up in the Gotham papers and decide on a plan. Batman is trying to figure out the Ninja Turtles by scanning their DNA, and seems like he has already hidden the Cloud Cedar, which belongs to Wayne Enterprises, to protect it from Shredder and co. For the first time in history, he asks for help from the Batgirl, and she is delighted. The Turtles track their weapon and try to search for Batman while making their way through the sewers. They somehow manage to enter the Batcave, the northern tunnel, and soon they are mesmerized by the Batcave. Once again, Michelangelo goes bonkers over all the weapons, exhibits, and especially the giant T-Rex. Michelangelo tries to enter the Bat computer database, and soon they find themselves facing Robin, who has already taken down Michelangelo. Robin attacks the four of them and somehow manages to keep them at bay. Finally, Michelangelo subdues him by putting him down, and just then they are confronted by the Dark Knight and Batgirl, arriving at the cave in the Batmobile. This time, they do not engage in combat, rather discuss their interests and find out they are trying to figure out Shredder and his secret partnership. Ra's al Ghul and the Shredder breaks into the Arkham Asylum, and they kill the guards mercilessly. They check on the inmates, and Shredder is not happy about wasting his time there at all. Finally, they arrive at the highly secured, impenetrable holding cell where they keep the Joker. A huge whooping pizza order has just been delivered to the Wayne Manor, and Alfred is not a tiny bit happy about it, especially after the skateboarding Michelangelo crashed into him and the pizzas. Down in the Batcave, Leonardo is having a duel with Batman, while Robin is looking up Ra's al Ghul on the database with Raphael. Donatello is trying to mix up an anti-ooze mixture with Batgirl, and they finally succeed in it. But the already mutated turtles will have no effect from it. Somehow, Leonardo is able to overpower an already weakened Batman. Alfred walks in with a mischievous Michelangelo, and soon it turns into a pizza party. Michelangelo tries to turn Batman into a pizza fan, but he turns it down, to his utmost surprise. The bat signal goes off, and the Bat Group and the Ninja Turtles are ready to pounce on the criminals. Ra's al Ghul and the Shredder approach the cell holding the Joker. After a meager discussion, the Joker spits out a map which he had been hiding all along, and Ra's commands the Shredder to give Joker the payment, the ooze. Responding to the bat signal, Commissioner Gordon is met with not only Batman and his acquaintances, but the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as well. Gordon almost goes crazy but manages to explain the situation at Arkham for the group. The two teams soon leave to encounter the Shredder and Ra's al Ghul at Arkham. The Joker has already started his master plan with Dr. Harley Quinn, who brings him the ooze. They get all the hardcore inmates in order and sprinkle the ooze to convert them into mutants. Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Two-Face, Bane, and finally the Joker. The Bat Group and the Turtles arrive at the asylum, and they are greeted by the mutated Harley Quinn. She leaves them to discover the other mutants, and Batman tells the group to divide and conquer the asylum as he goes on his own. Robin accompanies Michelangelo and Raphael in search of the criminals, and soon they confront Mr. Freeze, now in the form of a polar bear. At the same time, Batgirl and Donatello are confronted by the mutated Bane, who is pumped up with the new mutated powers. Unfortunately, Batgirl and Donatello doesn't last very long against the Bane. Batman and Leonardo are searching the East Wing when they encounter Dr. Jonathan Crane, the Scarecrow, who then releases the fear gas, which makes Leonardo see impeccable things. He screams as he witnesses his brother being devoured by a murder of crows. Robin is finding it hard to battle Mr. Freeze, the mutated polar bear, and he gets knocked out. Raphael gets frozen onto the wall, and Michelangelo is almost out of options to defend. Robin throws some heat grenades at Mr. Freeze and gets him on his knees after freeing Raphael. The three decide to make a run for it. Somehow, Batgirl and Donatello gain the upper hand against Bane, and they manage to defeat him. Leonardo is still fighting his inner demons because of the fear toxin, but he listens to Batman's voice and strikes blindly to take down Scarecrow. Batman then injects an antitoxin to take out the fear toxin effect, and the duo carries on with their mission. The trio of Robin, Raphael, and Michelangelo then come across the infamous Poison Ivy, who has mutated into a monstrous flesh-eating plant body. Yikes. Somehow, they manage to walk around her since she cannot extend her reach. So much for being mutated. Batman and Leonardo then witness Two-Face pointing the gun at two hostages in bounds. Above them all, the real surprise reveals himself, the mutated Joker, who has now turned into a cobra. Joker is disappointed with Batman and shares a kiss with Wolf Girl Harley as others enter the hall. Leonardo and Raphael are too eager to save the hostages, and they fall right into Joker's little trap. Somehow, Mr. Freeze the polar bear enters the hall, and once again, Robin and Michelangelo are defeated by the bear. Finally, Joker and co. manage to subdue the Dark Knight. Joker then does the unthinkable, as he combines the ooze and the Joker toxin to produce a new solution which he then injects to Batman to turn him into a supreme mutant. As Batgirl and the watch in horror, Batman turns into a mutated superhero, and for the first time in history, and soon, he starts attacking everyone left and right. He takes down Two-Face and Mr. Freeze in his first go, and Joker is just enjoying his wonderful creation. The mutant Batman then goes after Robin and but mainly the Turtles. Batgirl and Donnie decides to take action with the anti-ooze which they prepared. Batman gets hold of the anti-ooze, and soon, Harley gets hold of it. Robin goes after Harley, and Batgirl goes after the Joker. After changing hands many a times, the anti-ooze is back with Michelangelo, who takes a couple of shots at the Batman and succeeds. Soon, the mutant Batman turns back into the human Batman, to the relief of everyone. Joker is given the proper farewell by Batgirl, and they decide to go after the Shredder and Ra's al Ghul. At the Gotham port, Penguin is dealing the stolen Cloud Seeder of Wayne Enterprises with Ra's al Ghul and the Shredder. However, soon after the deal, all of Penguin's men are killed and he leaves without getting paid. Meanwhile, down in the Batcave, Batman has been unmasked into Bruce Wayne, and while he is getting treatments, others try to figure out the real target of Ra's al Ghul and the Shredder. They decide to team up and start their work, but Batman wants the Turtles gone. This time, it's Raphael who speaks up to Batman, and to everyone's astonishment, Batman changes his mind. They all take on the mission as a group, and the Batmobile charges forward in unison with the Turtle van. Batman and Michelangelo take off in the Batmobile, while all the others occupy the Turtle van. As expected, the Foot Clan and the League of Assassins unleash their attacks on the Turtle van. Donatello starts up the pizza machine gun and takes down a huge crane, while Batgirl and Raphael take the motorbikes to attack the assassins. To make matters worse, they unleash a group of mutant predators on the group, and the team has to battle the creatures one after the other. An elephant mutant is taken down by Batgirl, and Robin does some explicit moves to take down a mutated T-Rex. Meanwhile, the assassins take hold of the Batmobile by attaching grappling hooks, and to the utter delight of Michelangelo, Batman tells him to go nuts on the controls, and, boy oh boy, he goes nuts indeed. Soon, all the rides come together and are heading straight towards the secret laboratories. Shredder is impatient with Ra's al Ghul to get himself in the Lazarus pits, and they initiate the Cloud Seeder to reach the skies of Gotham, and just then, the group arrives, breaking the walls of the warehouse and launching a tremendous attack on the League and the Foot Clan. Batman calls dibs on the Shredder, and Ra's al Ghul is dwelt by Leonardo and Donatello. Donnie takes a tumble down onto the ground after Ra's al Ghul breaks his arm. Enraged, Leonardo tries attacking him, but soon ends up getting beat again and again. Batgirl, Robin, and the other two Turtles keep on taking down the Foot Clan and the assassins. With a broken arm, Donnie gets on the Cloud Seeder machine and it takes off. Michelangelo jumps onto it, and soon, the machine reaches the Gotham skies and starts to activate. Leonardo hears the voice of his master and starts focusing on the fight against Ra's and levels up. He is able to unarm Ra's at first, but Ra's strikes back by breaking his sword in two. Leonardo advances with his combat skills and strikes the mortal points in Ra's body and knocks him out. Somehow, Michelangelo is able to break the Cloud Seeder machine, and it starts crashing down with the two of them. They soon jump out and land on a sky blimp flying over Gotham. Batman is battling the Shredder, and although Batman is using all his tricks with his utility belt, Shredder avoids them. Soon, Batman is struggling to get up after a heavy blow. Shredder gets ready with his killer move, but after going through the same thing last time, Batman is one step ahead. He calls in Raphael to deliver a swing blow to Shredder and goes on a Mike Tyson round of kickboxing. Shredder is put down, and when he tries getting up again, the debris of the falling down Cloud Seeder hits him again, and he falls into a pool of Joker toxin. Batman and the Turtles celebrate their win in the Batcave, and they bid farewell to each other. But wait, Batman has ordered them to stop. It's time for pizza, and it's on the house. As for the very first time, we are witnessing the merry old Batman eating Luigi's pizza. At the end, Shredder rises from the toxin pit, and he is turned into yet another mutated Joker. Thank you for watching Second Look. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more awesome videos. Have a nice day.